Are you charging the right fees as a landlord? The subject we're going to talk about today is fees that you are or are not allowed to charge a tenant. So as a landlord myself, I'm very aware of what I can and can't do. And even sometimes I need to refer back to our state guidelines. And every state is different in this country regarding landlords, tenants, and leases. So be sure, based on what I'm telling you, to verify anything you may be looking. I get viewers from Wisconsin and the Dakotas. And so those are going to be different than what we have here in Minnesota. So what I'm telling you is generalized, but always verify with your local laws regarding leases. So let's get on with it. I am a landlord, and there are fees that I have charged in the past that even I didn't know I couldn't charge. One of those is I would do a background check, and I would charge the potential tenant who's filling out the paperwork to do a background check. I can only charge what that fee costs me. I cannot charge anything over. And I did charge like $10 over, not even realizing I was doing that. But I went back, I checked my local laws, refunded that person $10, and I was compliant. So I'm going to talk to you about some key points here regarding fees. The most common is collecting for 1 or 2 months rent as a deposit. There are limits depending on where your property is located. Now this can be different from city to city within your own state. So again, verify. Security deposits are used to cover damage. They are not used to cover everyday use of wear and tear. Application and screening fees. This goes back to what I started out with. Make sure that any fees that you're charging are compliant regarding what it costs you and what it's going to cost your applicant. So what I mean again by that is you cannot overcharge what it didn't cost you. So you can't add more fees onto what they get charged. Late fees and return payments. You can charge a late fee. Depends what's in the lease. If they're 10 days late on their rent, you can charge a late fee. You can also charge for return payments. They write you a check, that check gets returned. You are definitely able to charge them. Pet fees. Now, I'm not talking about pet deposits. I'm talking about pet fees. Sometimes there's a one-time fee that a landlord will charge a tenant up front when they move in, or there could be a monthly fee. You can do either one, but it must be specified in the lease. Lease break or early termination fees, you can definitely charge, but just make sure, again, everything is in the lease and it's very well spelled out and very clear, because tenants will fight you on this if they decide they're going to leave early. They want their deposit back. And if it's spelled out in the lease, you do not have to give it to them based on what's in that lease. Number 6, optional services. You can charge, depending on where your location is, you can charge if you've got parking that you need to charge for. If you get charged for parking, you can charge them. Storage. There are storage units in condos and some townhomes, things like that you can charge for. Another one landlords seem to forget about is lost keys. If you don't get the same keys and garage door openers back, you can charge that tenant, but again, spell it out in the lease. This can become quite a problem. They leave, you don't have a way to get in. So what I always recommend is I keep 2 sets of keys for my rental properties. That's in my drawer in my office. Now, have I seen tenants change the locks? I have. So you do have the right to enter that property based on the lease. Give them sufficient notice, and you can check out the property. But we're going to get into all of that, because what I'm getting at here is I am getting more calls because of the market that we're in right now. Buyers are looking at the equity they have in their home, and they are looking and calling me and talking to me about potential rental properties, wanting to buy a rental property. There's a lot that goes into that. We're going to get to that another day, but I want to thank you for watching this, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.